All right, Kumar Sangakkara still with us on the program. Of course, our top moment, Kumar said, were those two no balls that really turned out to be the turning point, really. But India out of the tournament. But for you, what would be the biggest takeaways for the Indian team from the tournament? They played the last 3 matches really well.
Well, I think there are positives and negatives for India. A lot more positives, I would say. Okay. The way they fought as a team, they came into the tournament as the form side. They were favourites to win. I would pick India to win in the way they played in Australia, where they played in that Asia Cup. But having said that, they came into the tournament, faced up against the New Zealanders on a really turning pitch that we thought would suit the Indian team. But unfortunately, New Zealand played a wonderful game. And India's batting never really clicked. From then on till the semi-finals, there was always a question mark on almost every batsman except for the wonderful Virat Kohli. There were contributions at various times. You know that India has power at the top, the best T20 and ODI player that I've seen in Virat Kohli, and then they've got an explosive middle order. But no one really, other than for Virat, managed to stitch together an innings of substance that really sent a message to the opposition saying that this is a unit that is batting exceptionally well, and we are able to back the efforts of our bowlers over the last 6 months, and we are here to win this tournament. They were very, very lucky against Bangladesh. They played a fantastic game against Australia, led by their bowlers to keep Australia to 160, and a magnificent innings by Virat Kohli. Against Pakistan, they had a shaky start. Again, Virat batted like a man from another planet to get them over the line. In the semi-finals, Rohit Sharma finally gets to a fantastic start. Ajinkya Rahane manages to come into the side and plays a very smart innings, but maybe could have accelerated a bit earlier to try and get those extra 15-20 runs, or to get the middle order in a bit earlier for Raina and Dhoni and maybe Pandya to play an explosive innings. But again, it was Virat. And so while that was a positive as an individual brilliant performer, as a team, India would realize that they were far from being a top-notch batting side in this tournament. That was their core strength, and they fell short. At the same time, in their bowling, I thought it was brilliantly led by Ashish Nehra, the comeback king. At this stage, to make a comeback in this version of cricket, it's very, very tough. It's explosive. Fast bowlers go for a lot of runs, but Raina has shown that maturity and experience and skill combined is hard to beat. Bumrah, an amazing positive for India. The way the first ball he bowled at Chris Gayle, to have the heart to go out and try and pitch the first one full, and to try and get a wicket, and it working. Bumrah's death overs, it has been exceptional. Ravichandran Ashwin, magnificent. He's been the form bowler. He has just bowled beautifully right throughout in every format of the game, and I think India owes a debt of gratitude for the service that Ashwin has done in their victories over the last year. Hardik Pandya for me has been an area of concern. He's a fantastic, exciting young cricketer, but whether he is that ideal fifth bowler for India is a question mark, because he has gone for a lot of runs, but he's a dynamo in the field, and he's explosive in his batting. So India would have thought that with the support bowling and the bowlers that they have, that this could be a valuable addition to their team. But scope for improvement for Pandya. He's a young cricketer. There's so much to learn. He'll take a lot of experience from this tournament, and hopefully it'll be something that spurs him on to bigger and greater things. Yuvraj Singh, he came back. India brought him back with a view to looking at him playing a crucial part in this tournament, and he did mostly with his bowling. He had one little partnership with Virat in the Australia game that was crucial as well. But he didn't seem the Yuvraj Singh of old, who win matches from every position, be it with bat or ball. So these were areas of concern. But at the end of the day, they did get through to a semi-final. And at the semi-final, they managed to get to an amazingly competitive score for 192. At the beginning of the game, if someone said to India and to MS, here's 192, do you want to take this? They would have said yes, of course. And they were in a position to win it. But, like I said, some fundamental mistakes by their bowlers in those two no balls really gave an advantage to the West Indies. So for them to understand that overall, their game has not been, up to that mark of excellence that India usually plays at. The fact that their batting has faltered at key times other than for Virat. The fact that their bowling has been very, very good, but in this semi-final, unfortunately, maybe it's the dew, maybe it's those two no balls, but also the pressure the West Indians put back on India was always key. So it was a combination of things, but for India, there are a lot of positives to take from it. Hugely disappointing for them for sure. But I think looking ahead, they'll have a lot more trophies to win and opportunities to win them in the next few years.
All right, so lots of pluses and minuses there for the Indian cricket team from this edition of the World Cup. Kumar Sangakkara, thank you for joining us on the program.